Welcome back to Apex Academy, your ultimate home for all your crypto education. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. One new stream every weekday except weekends at 8 p.m. East African time. Okay? So tonight I'm a happy guy, I'm a happy person as a result of what has happened in the market. If you see, everything is looking amazing, things are looking good. We are back to where we are supposed to be. If you check, almost every project is up. This was not the case yesterday because yesterday things were on the lower side, things were bleeding. The market was basically going on a downtrend. So today, Bitcoin is back above 23,000, almost entering the 24,000 mark, 10% up in the last 24 hours. Look at Ethereum, we are now at 1,700, almost 20% up. BNB approaching the 300 mark. Entire market cap back above $1 trillion. So last night when I was doing my stream, we were about at 989 billion, but there was some anticipation of what the Fed and the FOMC are going to say about the interest rate. And I think as a result of the positive news that came out from the Fed, it has driven the market up significantly. So basically, you might wonder, what did the Fed basically say about the interest rates and all matters pertaining to inflation? So the Fed basically they hiked the interest rate by 0.75% for the second consecutive time, and this is basically aimed at fighting inflation because they basically think that if they raise the interest rates, then they are going to contain inflation. However, in the course of the meeting, the Fed, the FOMC chairman, that is Jeff Cox, was asked a question about recession. Do you think we are still in a recession yet? And as much as the guy was trying to avoid the question, at some point he had to answer the question. And he said that he doesn't think that the US is yet in a recession. And immediately after that announcement, the market went parabolic. Everything started going up. People pumped money back into crypto. Those who had withdrew because of anticipation of what is going to be said, they put their money back, and that is why the market went on a rally. Because we were at 989 billion, today we are above the trillion mark. So this is always the importance of doing DCA and dollar cost average. You can see that coins which were bleeding last night, Bitcoin was I think about $21,000. Right now we are almost at $24,000 mark. Ethereum was around 1,400. We are back at 1,700. BNB was I think 250, 276. So things are doing amazing, things are doing good. We have some big movers as well. I'm going to show you some of these big movers and what basically is causing such big movement. So if you see our trend line, the one that we've been working on, we are almost breaking that trend line again. We are breaking that basically that resistance level that we had drew earlier on. And if you see yesterday, actually after the FOMC made the announcement, Bitcoin actually pumped from $21,000 all the way up to $23,000. And from what we are seeing right now, if the trend continues like this and we break this resistance level, we will basically enter the bullish trend. Because you can see previously, even if we tried to push the price a little bit higher, we did not break this particular mark. I think this was 23.8, but right now we are almost approaching 24,000 mark. So if we close above this line, then most likely, and the market continue to behave such that we have no more food coming in, we might see ourselves doing pretty much amazing. So that's it about the Fed. That's what they had to say about the interest rates, and that is how the market responded. We've been doing good, but if you see, we have some very big movers. Look at Polygon, and actually the reason as to why Polygon is pumping is because of this new partnership about the Mercedes-Benz. So this Mercedes-Benz company, they have tapped Polygon because they aim at developing a platform for data exchange. So remember, Polygon is a layer 2 protocol on the Ethereum network. So they are going to use the Polygon network as a carrier that will be used to process their transactions. So this is a major boost for Polygon, and I think that is one of the reasons as to why Polygon has pumped up significantly. The other big mover that we've had today is of course the Ethereum Classic, that is the ETC. ETC is up by I think 40%. Let's just check how it's faring on right now. That is ETC. Oops, my CMC is misbehaving. I don't know why CMC is misbehaving. Maybe there is so much traffic. But ETC has moved up, I think, 40%. And this is a result of the March that's expected to be happening in September. So people are still pumping in money to ETC. And actually, I think in the past 1 month, ETC has moved from I think $9 all the way up to 40, 42. Because I remember when we were doing this year in the academy, we basically picked ETC, I think, at the $13 mark. Right now, we are 3, 4x where we entered into. So this year will always be king. Continue to do this year into these coins. Don't buy coins when they are in the greens. Don't chase green candles. It's always not advisable to chase green candles. Look for when the market is bleeding. Watch out when the market is bleeding. When times are bad, when people are running out of the market, that is the time that you're supposed to run into the market. Look at ETC, 41% up, which is a very good move based on what the current trend that we are seeing right now. So we've had some casualties as well from this good news. And you are told that either dominates futures trading as short C 200 million in liquidations. As I always say, don't use high leverage when you are trading because high leverage will mess you up. Look at these guys. Over $200 million has been liquidated. And this is because guys who are predicting maybe the price of coins is going to crumble because they expected some negative news to come out from the FOMC. However, the market jumped after the decision to hike the interest rate by 75 basis points. So the move caught short traders by surprise because they were aiming at shorting the market. But what happened? The market went long. So they got wrecked, they got liquidated, and they got asked. So being asked, basically it means you lose your money. So you can see the total liquidations, we are at $249 million, which is not actually a small figure. FTX has the highest number of casualties, followed by OKEX and then Binance. I think I have seen OKEX having casualties in many occasions. I think most guys who trade on OKEX are futures traders. So don't use high leverage, and if you are trading on futures, make sure you know what you are getting yourself into. Something else about the Algorand blockchain, we've had one of their chief operating officers nicknamed as the interim CEO because the current CEO of Algorand is unfortunately leaving the company to pursue other interests, in quote. We don't yet know what interest he's going to pursue, but I don't think someone will leave a blockchain industry for something that is quite lower. Maybe it's just joining another competing firm, but I think that's wrong because it's not ethical to join a competitor from another industry that ventures in the same field as you are. So that's it about the Algorand blockchain and the network as whole. Also, we've heard about the FTC. So basically, the FTC, these are the Federal Trade Commission in the US, and they have basically went ahead and sued the Meta and Facebook for buying VR fitness applications maker. So basically what Meta is doing, they are trying to be a monopoly in the metaverse because they are acquiring all the VR equipment out there. They basically want to be their powerhouse when it comes to the metaverse. So FTC has sued Meta, and they are preventing them from buying the VR fitness app maker. So let's see how that's going to play out because if the court maybe upheld the decision that Meta is not supposed to be a monopoly, then you might see a significant change in terms of the metaverse. Also, we've had Harmony, who were hacked a few weeks ago, and they're now proposing to issue one tokens in order to reimburse victims of the 100 million hack. So personally, I don't support this move because this is exactly the same thing that happened with Terra. So the developer, they're deciding to use treasury funds, citing the project's long-term viability. However, personally, I don't feel that this is the right thing to do because they might try to save themselves and then they may end up messing up everything. So that's it about today. Not so much has happened, but the big news is that the market is still doing amazing. Things are going as they should be. We are back above 1 trillion mark. Bitcoin is back above 23,000. We are approaching the $24,000 mark. So keep monitoring the market, keep DCAing if you are holding coins for short term, keep collecting profits so that you don't get off guard when the market decides to revert. So thank you so much guys for watching. As always, remember to follow us on our social media platforms at Apex Crypto Academy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So good night everyone, and God bless.